Winter is refusing to release its icy grip from Boston. Red Sox and the Orioles, however, are ready to play Game 3 despite frigid conditions here at the Fens. Hi, everybody. So glad that you are joining us from the warmth of your living room or wherever today. There are some diehards in the ballpark today, and one of them, of course, is Dennis Eckersley, the Hall of Famer. The right guy on the mound here this afternoon. Under these conditions, Chris Sale, a strike-throwing machine, works as quick as anybody alive.
I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be hard to hit today. Hard to hit all year. His 3 starts previous to this, he hasn't gone into the 7th inning. They backed him off at the start of the year. He hasn't thrown 100 pitches yet, but what we've seen of him has been, nastiness. What new? High fastball there to Stanton. What he did against the Yankees. Look, he made Sanchez look so silly with a slider down and in. And here's that patented high changeup that he punches out Romine with, and another changeup, I think, in the dirt. So he can make hitters look so silly. But early on, like I said, they've eased him into this thing, and he's pitching against the Orioles, who he's had so much success against. 3-0 last year. He got his 300 punch out against Baltimore late in the season last year. So everything's going swimmingly for Chris Sale this year so far.
And for the Boston Red Sox, off to an amazing start, a franchise best 12-2. They have the best record in Major League Baseball. You know who else deserves a tip of the cap, because everything's going so well around the Red Sox, is this grounds crew. They had the tarp on earlier. It's off now, get the drying agent down, and we are getting set for game number 3. Who knows about tomorrow, whether that game will be played, but today we're about to get underway on Jackie Robinson Day. And as Eck mentioned, great success against the Baltimore Orioles. Here's a look at the lineup he will face today. It'll be Trey Mancini to lead off. He's in left. Craig Gentry in center. Manny Machado at shortstop now. Adam Jones, the designated hitter. Valencia at third with Chris Davis at first. Tim Beckham at second base. Santander in right, and Caleb Joseph will catch and hit ninth against Sale. The combination of Sale being Sale and the Red Sox exploding for 14 runs gave Boston a laugher of a win over the Yankees last time out, 14-1.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. The Red Sox have made 3 errors in 14 games around the infield. Rafael Devers at short, Zue Lin at second, Brock Holt at second, Lin at short. Mitch Moreland at first. Out in the outfield, J.D. Martinez in left field. Benintendi now playing center field today, and Jackie Bradley Jr. moves over to right. Behind the plate, Vasquez catching Chris Sale.
Here are the umpires today, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Gary Cederstrom has the plate. Eric Cooper, Corey Blazer, and Stu Sherwater on the bases. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Comper2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. Then the weather, 34 degrees. Feels like 24. And a wintry mix. Maybe some more precipitation in the forecast. but Sale ready to go. Swinging immediately, a sliding stab. Lynn with a long throw, but off target. So Mancini will reach on the first play of the ball game, swinging away on the first pitch.
We can't blame Mancini for swinging on the first pitch, but what almost a great play by Zhu Lin. Fastball right there, and he goes to town on it. Ball in the hole. He makes a great pick right here. He's trying to in the knees on the slide, gets up, throws way off base. The slide, I thought that Moreland could come off, but he can't come off that far.
So they'll send up Craig Gentry, the center fielder. 250, no homers, 1 run batted in. Don't you expect a lot of early swings?
Oh yeah,
would make sense in this weather. Wind is blowing in. He tries to bunt, so they're playing for an early run, and he fouls it away. Trying to get on that board if they can against Chris Sale. The Orioles don't want to see him. Probably even less than the rest of the league, because he's chewed them up. Last year, 3-0 against Baltimore, a 2.05 ERA, 33 Ks in 22 innings. No bunt here, and that'll miss inside at 90.
Boy, that sounded louder than 90, didn't it? Whew, sound like 100.
Yep, there's the matchup presented by Sullivan Tire. Machado on deck. And the 1-1.
I mean, you'd think they'd have a tough time with the secondary pitches, having a feel for a changeup. It's one thing throwing a fastball. You got two fingers behind it. When you have those slip pitches is when they can slip on you.
Chris 5-2 career against these guys at 288. And that's a strike.
That's a gift.
Well, Gentry didn't like it, but you would expect the plate to open up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I always wanted this plate to open up. Just when I'm on the mound.
Yep, Sale with no long sleeves today. The 2-2. Lashed foul. Not obviously a terrible day to be outside, but tomorrow could be far worse with so much rain in the forecast. So that's a whole different issue on Marathon Monday. And Patriots Day scheduled to begin at 11:05. 2-2, and just got a piece of it to hang in. Gentry with pretty good speed. He can run. There was some talk that the Orioles might scratch their starter Dylan Bundy, but he is going to make the start. Runner at first base and nobody out here in the top of the first. Long at bat here by Gentry. He's really battling. Sox running right past the Orioles again yesterday, 10-3. At 12-2, the best start in franchise history in the 118 years of Red Sox baseball. Toronto's already been postponed to Cleveland. And so have the White Sox at Minnesota.
Baltimore is here in town fighting for their life. You think about it, already 7.5 games out. Played 2 weeks of baseball. At that rate, man, you're going to be out of it by middle of May.
Atlanta at the Cubs has also been postponed. So 3 games in the majors this afternoon that will not be played. Machado on deck. Gentry with a lengthy at bat. After Mancini singled on the very first pitch on the infield. Here's the 2-2.
Yeah.
And he put him away. You goes away crying inside at Cedarstrom.
Boy, that was loud. We could hear it up here. Pretty good at bat for him. It finishes him off with that's a hard changeup when you think about it. 88-mile-an-hour changeup. Did it miss the inside corner? I mean, God knows I want it, but it might have been inside.
So first K in the book for Sale will send up Machado at 311 with 3 homers. He's driven in 8 runs. Made his first error of the season yesterday. He fouls it away for strike 1.
That's true. You know, you can't really tell who's who, especially with these masks on and everybody wearing Jackie Robinson 42. You don't know who anybody is.
We have no idea who's out there. I mean, that could be Cal Ripken for all I know. Here's the 0-1. And downstairs.
Early on watching Sale, this is not easy. I mean, he doesn't seem himself. His velocity is not really there. Command a little off.
However, at least he can say he's done it before in this kind of weather. He's made starts in this kind of weather while with the White Sox.
I mean, that's 90 miles an hour. That's like for him, that's throwing soft.
Well, we have noticed a little bit that early in the game, first inning, it's 90, 91, and then all of a sudden he pops 94, 95. We'll see if that turns out to be the case today. Here's the 2-1. Even up on Machado.
That thing is always waiting in the wings. A little change up there, turns it over a little bit, goes down. Gets him on location and speed.
Chris Sale named to the last 6 American League All-Star teams. Back-to-back starts for the American League in the All-Star game. And he left it up top. Jones would be next. No score here in the first. Mookie Betts out of the lineup today after the collision at home plate yesterday and a contusion of the left foot, but Alex Coruscant will give him the day off. 3-2. Line drive over third down the line. That one headed for the wall. Mancini to third base. Martinez will pick it. They're going to wave him in, and he is going to score. Standing up, nice slides with a runner down to second, and it is 1-0 Baltimore. So Machado down to second, and he's got himself an RBI double.
Another changeup here, down and in. He goes down there and cleans this thing. Nice bit of hitting. Leans over, one-hands it down the left field line. He saw enough of those changeups. Perfectly placed down the left field line. Seems like it stays down there for a long time. That's what gives Mancini a chance to score easily.
Sends up Adam Jones. He's the DH today. 234, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. As Machado drives in his 9th run. Adam Jones had some classic reactions yesterday to the great catch by Jackie Bradley. That'll advance the runner. The ground ball, Brock Holt will send Machado down to third. Adam Jones would later catch a routine fly ball and just stare in at Jackie Bradley like, yeah, I'm going to do that to you too. Yeah, thanks a lot. He was great. They were very playful about it, but it was some catch by Jackie in right field.
Right. But both of them are great defensive players, center fielders, and they can appreciate one another.
So man down to third, a run in. Valencia the batter, hitting just a .143 with 1 home run. 1-0 Orioles. And 2 down here in the first. Valencia in his career has been very tough against left-handers, a .311 lifetime average against southpaws. And the 1-0. Sale holds the highest strikeout to walk ratio in the live ball era. Rarely a ball 4. About 40 all last year. Incredible with 308 Ks. And that's a strike.
Yeah, lifetime Sale is 5 strikeouts to every walk. There you go right there. But he's got that. See Kluber. Kluber hasn't been around that long.
Machado at third. And hammered to Lynn. He'll hoover it and get him. A run in. 1-0 Baltimore. Jackie Bradley leads it off today with Mookie Betts out. Andrew Benintendi in center. Hanley Ramirez the DH. 15 RBIs for Hanley. JD Martinez up to 13 of them. Mitch Moreland's at first. Rafael Devers at third. Christian Vasquez catching. Brock Holt the second baseman, and Zue Lin at short. Facing the right-hander Dylan Bundy. 0-1, a 135 earned run average.
Boy, he's coming off a nice season for them last year. This is their ace. 13-9 last year.
He is going with a sweatshirt underneath. Jackie Bradley at 209. No homers, 1 run batted in. Immediately charging after that one, a high fly to Gentry, though. It'll be tough to hit it out to center today with that wind gusting in like this, and one man is gone.
The Orioles defense today, they've made 10 errors in the first 15 games around the infield. Danny Valencia at third, Machado at short, Tim Beckham at second, Chris Davis at first. Around the outfield, Trey Mancini in left, Craig Gentry in center, Antonio Santander in left. Behind the plate, Caleb Joseph catching Dylan Bundy.
Andrew Benintendi had a really fine day yesterday in a Red Sox rout. He drove in 3 runs. His 9th career 3 RBI game. As of late, he's come alive with the bat. 229 overall. Floats that one down the left field line, but that'll make the seats.
Once again, you love Benintendi. Uses the whole ballpark. Starts using that left field wall. Pulls the breaking ball. Pulled the breaking ball yesterday for 2 RBIs down the right field line.
He's got 7 hits, 7 RBIs his last 5 games. 0-2. Popped up. Machado out into left, coming on Mancini, and Machado wants it, went a long way out, but he's got it. Time to find out what Garrett Austin is working on today. Hey, Garrett.
Hi, Ovi. Hi, Eck. Well, I have more on Mookie Betts, and it's Jackie Robinson Day. I talked to several players in the clubhouse about what wearing number 42 means to them. And guys, I'll probably have a lot of weather updates throughout this game.
Well, we're all looking forward to that because tomorrow just looks terrible. Not going to be a fun day for the runners.
That umbrella will keep those cameras away from her, huh?
Yeah, I
Get
suppose.
some distance away from her.
Here's Hanley, 362 with 3 homers and 15 RBIs. He swings away and pops it up. And Beckham moving over, and he'll put it away. The Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the first. Transparency. Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. And by Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com. Everybody bundled up. It's all about layers today, as many as you can put on. 1-0 Orioles as they strike first against Chris Sale. They're going to bring up Davis, Beckham, and Santander. Really hearty souls in the ballpark here this afternoon. No question about that. Get the heaters revved up. You do what you can, right?
I guess so. You see Chris Davis up there. He's got eye black patches, which is unusual, huh? Must be something that he has to do every day, because I don't know what he's trying to shield there.
Well, hitting a .143 with 1 home run, so a pretty soft start for him so far.
2 for 18 lifetime off his Sale, which isn't good.
Has hit 22 career home runs against Boston. And a 1-1 fouled away.
We haven't seen a fastball over 90 miles an hour from Sale, which is unusual.
Hey, the Mets lost to Milwaukee last night. That was the end of their 9-game winning streak. So with that, the Red Sox take over the best record in baseball. And that will be strike 3. A pretty nasty pitch with that slider to get him looking.
Oh, that's a little sweeping slider that gets the outside corner. Real difficult pitch to hit. Perfect pitch.
Sox fans, you can trust Ace Ticket for lower prices, better service, and great selection. Get your tickets right now to an upcoming game or concert. Chat live with a specialist right now at aceticket.com. Tim Beckham, second baseman, hitting .183. He's homered 1 time. Former Tampa Bay Ray. They got him in a deal last summer. He played really well when he came to Baltimore. He's like a different guy. like he'd been transformed.
That's a guy that they missed. In other words, when you get number one in the draft, that's like a no doubter, and he took him a long time to develop.
Pops that one up, racing out Holt. Benintendi coming on, and he'll make the catch very easily for the second out. Santander will hit next. Well, the Red Sox, regardless of what happens tomorrow, whether they play or not, are heading to a warmer climate for sure. Heading to Southern California, where it's going to be sunny and warm. Temperatures in the 70s for every day of the series. Alex Cora's team set to play tomorrow at 11:05. Brian Johnson against Andrew Kashner, lefty against a righty. Then we're going to be talking with Alex in the middle of the third inning. He'll grab a headset. He's very comfortable doing that with all of his experience on ESPN. In there for a strike. Santander 205, one homer. Sox are 7-1 at home, their best start through 8 games since 2007.
Boy, you love a guy getting it and throwing it this kind of weather.
Heck, I love it in any weather.
Yeah, you're right.
Whether it's 100 or 34 temperature, it's great to watch.
I mean, I hated not to wear sleeves. You see Sale out there with no sleeves. I didn't like to wear sleeves either, but I'd wear sleeves.
Today
I'm wearing
today
sleeves.
You're wearing sleeves. Maybe a warm-up jacket. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. He struck him out. He had 2 in the inning. The American League home RBI leaders. Red Sox loaded at the top. JD Martinez, Hanley Ramirez, and Mookie Betts all within the top 4 in home RBIs. Choose no tax or free delivery going on right now at Bernie and Phil's. Bottom of the second, Martinez will lead it off, blasting one into the bullpen yesterday. He now has 3 home runs.
Oh, he goes to attack mode.
He goes early. He's had an excellent homestand. 10 RBIs, 3 home runs. 5 for 9 in this series. In left field again today. 0-2. Dylan Bundy making his 4th start of the season, and one of them was on opening day when Bundy pitched an outstanding game against Minnesota, although he had no decision. 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, struck out 7.
He's really coming to his own. This kid's got great stuff. Doesn't throw as hard as he once did. He had Tommy John. Throws 93 now. He used to throw much faster, but boy, I tell you what, he's got that nasty slider. He's got a good changeup to go along with it, and good command.
It's impressive. 32.5%. He strikes out, among the very best.
There it
Wave and a miss, and he puts away Martinez. So 1 man gone, his first strikeout.
You see this slider here. It's almost like a curveball because it goes down so far, but that's his put away pitch. Clearly.
Mitch Moreland batting for the first time today at 217, looking for that first home run. You know, you show Bundy in that number, and it is impressive. 32.5% strikeouts. And I realize they're different jobs, but think about how good Craig Kimbrell was last year when his strikeout percentage was almost 50%. 49.5. And it's mind-boggling.
That's it. 2 an inning is what it comes down to.
It's incredibly rare for any pitcher, reliever or starter, to have 50% strikeouts. It's off the charts.
If he can stay healthy, Kimbrell, he's going to. There's no telling.
That one torn into by Moreland. Deep drive. He'll sock that one right to the warning track, and he's got himself a double as it hops into the stands. He put a beautiful swing on that for the first Red Sox hit.
See this fastball really up middle, and he goes to town on it. Just couldn't lift this thing far enough to get out of here. One hop into the seats, but that's a good sign by Moreland.
Franklin Sports joining Major League Baseball and the Red Sox celebrating Jackie Robinson Day with custom batting gloves. This weekend, over 200 Franklin family members on Major League teams are wearing a pair of these gloves. And you can log on to franklinsports.com to customize yours and join the fam.
Pretty difficult trying to lift a high fastball out of here. Some ballparks, that's a home run down the line.
Devers trying to pick up Moreland. 1-0 Baltimore here in the second. Sox have scored 6 runs or more in 6 consecutive games. They have been pounding away. A 1-out double for Moreland. The count goes to 3-0 on Devers.
All of a sudden, Devers being patient. I thought he'd be coming out of his shoes at first pitch.
2 for 2 lifetime against Bundy. Did he go? He did not, and that's ball 4. Now, this Red Sox team, you expect them to be swinging the bat on 3-0, don't you?
Yes, you do. I think everybody's got the green light 3-0.
It's paid off. So, first and second. Red Sox putting some together here in the second inning with Christian Vasquez, the batter, at 237 with no home runs. He has reached base in 9 out of 10 games, though. Two on and 1 out. And Bundy has been hit by the Red Sox. 3-4 lifetime against Boston, but an ERA of 5.01. His last start against Boston was last September, and the Red Sox beat up on him for 6 runs. He only lasted 4 1/3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moreland at second. Devers after taking ball 4 on at first. And that's across for a called strike with a slider.
See if he backs that one up with another slider, a little put away.
Bundy not real fond of pitching in the daytime either. 5-5, ERA over 5. Let alone a day like today. Last year he had 8 daytime starts and he had an ERA of 6.15. Brock Holt to hit next. And the 1-2. And he just got a piece to hang in. He flicked it foul.
That's the put away slider. Didn't dip as much. Gets a piece of it. You see him reaching out over. Just protecting.
Bundy out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Joseph setting up away and a 1-2. And a wave and a miss. That one disappeared on him to strike him out. His second K.
That is a big league breaking ball. Didn't throw it on the outside part, but it beat him because it was off speed, went down a little bit.
Now number 2 for Brock Holt. Red Sox down a run early. Typically they've been getting the upper hand very quickly. Brock yesterday with a single and a double. So he went 2 for 4.
Boy, you see the success he's had off of Dylan.
5 for 8 coming in. Bundy, unlike Chris Sale, is not a very quick worker. And knocked foul out of play.
Monday at 10, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abood. Available at Men's Warehouse. TC, Tim Wakefield, and Jim Rice will preview Orioles series finale.
Tomorrow's game scheduled to begin at 11:05 in the tradition of Patriots Day, holiday in Massachusetts and Maine, celebrating the anniversary of Paul Revere's ride in the battles of Lexington and Concord in 1775. And of course the running of the Boston Marathon, which always goes through nearby Kenmore Square. Fans up there in the monster seats can turn and watch. We can see him from our perch as well. Two on and 2 out, the 0-2, and popped up. Joseph the catcher. Here comes Valencia. Valencia dips down to get it, and that retires the side to strand 2. all-wheel drive and 3 rows of seats. Love is bigger than ever this spring. Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Your local New England Ford dealers. And by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Orioles in the lead here 1-0 as we proceed on this stone cold day to the 3rd inning. Time for Garrett Austin.
Thanks, OB. Well, Mookie Betts left yesterday's game due to a left foot contusion, and he's not in the lineup today. However, x-rays were negative, and Alex Cora said that he came in today feeling like he was ready to play. However, Cora said that they wanted to give him a day off, and they were actually looking to give him a few days off his feet, so things actually worked out. Now, we could see him back in the lineup tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on the weather. And guys, Cora said that he also wanted to give Eduardo Nunez a few days off as well.
All right, Garrett, thank you very much. Caleb Joseph leading off here in the 3rd. 1-0 Baltimore. Joseph batting for the first time, hitting 103. Mancini on deck, and then Gentry. Mancini with a base hit and a run in the 1st inning off of Chris Sale. He has whiffed 3. Now gets in front of the number 9 man. Sox trying to go to 13-2 heading into tomorrow. Orioles are 5-10. Two popped up foul out of play. Arizona is facing the Dodgers. Did you see where Devin Marrero lost a home run?
Yeah, he ran past the guy in front of him.
Yes.
How does that happen?
He ran past the guy in front of him.
How do you do that?
That's what he did.
He was looking at the home run, followed the home run, and he ran in front of him.
Yeah, and the runner who was in front of him actually apologized for that. Said, I'm the guy that cost him that home run.
What was he waiting to tag up at first base?
I don't know what he was waiting on.
Really?
I mean, it was close whether it was gone or not, but when you watch the replay, at least from the angle that I saw, it was evident.
He was so close to the bag, he should have been halfway, and then he wouldn't have been by him.
Cut on and miss for strike 3. That would have been his first National League home run for Devin. Another strikeout, number 4 for Sale.
Meanwhile, with the hardest ball Sale threw today, 93 miles an hour, right by Joseph. Starting to get loose here. Ball's by him.
It's not because it's warming up that he is. Mancini, a base hit. Swinging at the first pitch of the ball game, which you more or less expected a lot of guys would do, swing at that first pitch today. And he would come in to score on the double by Machado. Off the edge, 2-0. Sale working with Vasquez here today, and he deals a strike. Only 2 other American League clubs have started 12-2 or better since the division format came about in 1969. The 1984 World Series champion Tigers and the '87 Brewers both started 13-1. Down to get it, Moreland. He will take it himself to the bag for the 2nd out. When hip and knee pain force you to sit down, make sure you visit the joint replacement experts at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. So 2 gone after this half inning. Alex Cora will be jumping on a headset for a couple of questions. Looking forward to hearing from the Red Sox skipper, who settled in so nicely.
You can't ask for a better start. He has a rookie manager. Are you kidding me? Historic start for a franchise that's been around over 100 years. You picked the right time.
He's getting a lot of compliments from the media that cover him every day with his honesty and his refreshing responses. Two down, the base is empty, 1-0 Orioles.
Seems like Sale has worked with Vasquez. It's been After being with Leon all last year, him moving over to Vasquez, I thought it might be, take some time, but it looks like they're right on. Thinking alike.
And Cora does not believe in the personal catcher.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea too, because you get into problems when one pitcher has one catcher. You just do.
Now Machado on deck. Sale trying to leave him there. 3-1 and a rare walk. So that'll put Gentry on, and Machado will bat. He has an RBI double today. Machado driving in his 9th run with a 2-base hit in the first. Dating back to last year, the Sox have a 5-game winning streak against Baltimore. Although the Orioles actually won the head-to-head season series last year by 1 game. Right through there.
You see Machado with that open stance way off the plate. It looks like he has no chance to get to that ball down and away.
Well, one runner goes. It's high. The throw down, the tag, and he's going to be safe. So Gentry with good wheels. He's got second base with the theft.
That is absolutely shocking by a Baltimore team to begin with, even though that's Gentry's 4th steal. I mean, this guy can run, no doubt about it. Good time to run. I don't even think a good throw would have had him, to be honest with you. He had a good jump. But the Orioles just do not run.
Although, as you point out, Gentry will. And that's fouled back.
One of the few guys they've had that can run over the years. Always last in the league in stolen bases. Station to station team. Punch outs, dingers. That's what they're all about.
So Sale in front on Machado. With 2 down, here's the 1-2. And just a little bit low, did not get the call from Cedarstrom.
Cedarstrom thought that ball was low. You tell me. Kind of caught it funny.
A little bit of a more deliberate pace, huh?
Yes.
From Chris so far today.
Totally. He's concerned right here.
Buried that one to fill up the count on Machado. Jones would be next.
He's not real proud of his fastball today.
Gentry in scoring position now for the Birds. Again, the wind blowing in from center. And Sale with a 3-2 to Machado. And a pop-up and a play for Lynn. Says he has it. On the edge of the grass, he's got it to retire the side. Still 1-0 Baltimore. Time now for a look at the road ahead, presented by People's United Bank. And the Red Sox scheduled to play tomorrow at 11 in the morning on Patriots Day. Then it's off to much warmer climate. Heading for Los Angeles, Anaheim technically to take on the Angels, and then Oakland. Off day, the Red Sox will have that in Toronto, and then baseball indoors against the Blue Jays, the first meetings of the year. Delighted to have Alex Cora with us from In the Dugout. Alex, thanks so much for taking the time. What is the most satisfying aspect of this historic start for you so far, Alex?
We've been playing good baseball for a while. Towards the end of spring training, we were playing clean baseball defensively, fast around the bases, and the pitching. It was great, and we had a feeling we were going to keep doing that early in the season. Obviously, the base running has been a lot better lately, and when you play clean baseball, not making errors, you're always in the game. Making defensive play for our pitchers, they're great. They've been outstanding. But you play good defense, we're always going to have a chance.
And I know this is the Orioles now, but was your first Sox-Yankees series as a manager, did it meet your expectations?
I've been part of a lot of good rivalries. Florida State, Miami, Dodgers, and Giants. I joke around Astros, Rangers, but I know what it is. I know the world stops. Baseball loves that rivalry. The games are long and they're always fun. And the best part of it, we won 2 out of 3, and then we put 2 good games against the Orioles.
It was great fun. Thanks so much, and off to a terrific start.
Thank you.
Alex Cora with us on this frigid day here at Fenway. 1-0 Baltimore. Last half of the 3rd inning coming up.
It seemed like with him, the way he handles things, it's like, he's like he's been around a long time. And he talked about the Yankees and the rivalry there. He's been a part of this thing. I think it has a lot to do with him having been here before. I really do.
Yeah.
He's not affected so much by it.
Yep, takes it in stride, whatever it might be. And has done a heck of a job with this ball club. 12-2 at the moment, a 3-game lead on Toronto.
Well, he's got to be thrilled with the rotation, the way the starting rotation has got taken off, right? I mean, you got the best in the business right now. I mean, everybody expected them to be good, but not like the way they've gotten off.
Tag toward the triangle off the bat as Zue Lin sends that one for a ride. Gentry racing back, and the catch is made by Santander, who comes over to bail him out. Long run for the right fielder, and yeah, some congratulations there. He really bailed him out.
I'll tell you what, on this play, Santander, I don't know if Gentry was going to get it, and I thought maybe he would mess him up. But this is Lynn's best bolt to right center field. Hits it to the biggest part of the ballpark, and you see they almost got miscommunication, but that's a long ways for Santander to run. Pulls up, makes the play. Gentry's got to be happy about that.
Nothing routine there. On a long drive by Zue Lin, who came into that at bat 4 for 8. Man out. Here's Jackie Bradley. Jackie 0 for 1, a fly to center. They're going to bunt, but he fouls it away.
That's got to be Zue Lin's best bolt, don't you think? He crushed that ball. Wind blowing in.
Yep.
Hit that ball close to 400 feet.
And that's slugger territory. That's JD Martinez territory out there. He has not hit a home run in his brief major league career, but put a charge into that one. 1-2. How about the reaction by David Price? Now maybe is it gonna? Who's gonna? Oh,
because he knew it sounded good.
Yep.
He really did. Pitchers know that sound.
1-2. Hard hit ground ball, but that'll be out number 2. Jackie Bradley 0 for 2.
Tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, we'll have a preview of Game 3 of the Maple Leafs Bruins playoff series. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Benintendi now. Andrew 0 for 1. He's popped to short. And Bundy starts him off with a breaking ball for a strike. For Bundy, just his 3rd year as a major league pitcher, but as you mentioned, he is their #1 guy. He started on opening day. 13 wins last year, went 13-9.
I can't help but see the catchers giving more than one sign with nobody on base. It's a little unusual.
Fly ball, that one slicing, that one headed toward the wall. Going to land in fair territory on the warning track. That'll be extra bases. He's into second with a double. Talk about using the whole ballpark.
But that's such a great sign for Benintendi. This is a high changeup too. You'd think he'd you see the 2 fingers split right there. The ball travels. He gets it real late, carves it, slices it right down the line. It's up in the air forever. But Mancini was playing them really like they have all series, like in left center field.
That's 4 doubles in the last 6 games now for Benintendi. And again, the Red Sox have the tying run at second for Hanley Ramirez. 0 for 1. He's popped up to second.
That is a perfect pitch. You know, it doesn't have to be 100 miles an hour. If you could dot that corner like that pitch right there, that's bread and butter for any right-handed pitcher.
10-game hit streak for Hanley, the DH today. Time to see who's been driving the ball. Presented by Toyo Tires. 10 in a row, hitting .386 with 3 homers, 15 RBIs in the hit streak. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Martinez next. 2 down though. Benintendi at second. And Hanley on fire. 1-2. Hanley said after the game yesterday, in which he went 2 for 5, homer, drove in 3, said, I'm not 100%, but I'm just fine. So doesn't feel great after getting nailed actually on both hands by Sonny Gray the other night, but well enough to swing it. 2-2.
Yeah, the home run yesterday off of Cobb that he hits out of the ballpark in a hurry. Ball middle, and he just on a line over the monster. Makes you think he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he had missed the night before, of course. He sat one day. Alex Cora said, then he beat me to the ballpark. Said, I thought that was a good sign. Next morning, he was here before Alex.
This last swing here, he's a little off balance. Tries to leave Earth, man, with the best of them.
Benintendi at second after the 2-out double. 1-0 Baltimore.
Nasty.
Struck him out. Hanley not pleased. 1 man left. To helping people lead tobacco-free lives. You can learn more at cbshealth.com/be-the-first. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien with you. Garen Austin as well. 34 degrees when we got underway with a wind chill, making it feel somewhere in the 20s. Now you pitched for the Cubs among the stops in your Hall of Fame career. Did you pitch in weather this cold?
Yeah, maybe not this cold, but I'll tell you what, in April in Chicago, wind blowing in, I pitched there where I didn't think there's no way somebody can hit a home run. One time before the game started, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll kiss somebody's culo if somebody goes deep here. Chili Davis hit a scorched ball.
Oh, he did. Chili did.
To this day, Chili comes to me saying, I got you. Little did he know, I told that. There's no way somebody can hit a home run.
Adam Jones 0 for 1. He is grounded to second as we get the 4th inning started. 1-0 Orioles. I was asking Jason Veritek about it because he's played a lot of games like this, or at least a number of them. In his catching days with the Sox. How do you keep your hands and your feet warm?
Yeah, your feet, I think, is hard.
And that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, your hands, you can do that a little bit easier, but your feet is no way.
My feet are cold right now.
Oh yeah.
Little they know, this is harsh weather for us up here.
Yeah, because there's a distinct lack of machismo up here.
Yeah.
Just inside.
Well, he's starting to throw. Get loose now, 94. He never just airs it out all day long. He mixes it up. He's got a great changeup. Everybody knows about slider. That slider right there. But he had early on in this game, he didn't have that big a gap between his fastball and his changeup. It was like 88 fastball, 85 changeup. It was
a
weird,
little bit like his start in Miami.
Yeah.
The early stages of that. Two-two to Adam Jones. That poke foul. The standards are just so high for him. I mean, he's allowed 2 hits. And he has 4 strikeouts.
And he walks somebody, and you're like, geez, he walks some. What's he doing?
The 2-2. He blew him away. 91. Number 5 as he gets Jones. Let's go down to Garen Austin.
Well, guys, before the game, Cora was telling us that it's not easy putting anybody out there in these type of conditions, but if you have to have somebody on the mound, Chris Sale is your guy. Now, in 2016, he pitched in similar conditions in Chicago, and after the game, he told the Chicago Tribune that pitching in cold weather is like getting punched in the face. It never gets easier. You just learn how to handle it better.
I never want to get used to that feeling if I'm a professional athlete, of getting punched in the face.
Tell you what, though, he's a pitcher. Obviously, you just don't want to hit in this. When I was in Chicago, I'm not taking batting practice. It wasn't worth it as a pitcher. Just what I need is to have a buzz in my hands. I'm not going to hit anyway. Maybe drop a bunt down, right?
Maybe. If you're forced to.
If they tell me to.
If the sign comes up. Valencia is grounded out to the shortstop. 1 gone. Oh, by the way, how about the great reaction that Joe Kelly got at the Bruins game?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Giant ovation. They played the dust up, the melee, and Joe, telling Austin, well, come on.
Yeah.
And the crowd went crazy. It was great stuff.
He put his hands in the air and everything. He must have loved that on the big screen and everything.
Yep. It was terrific. Bees rolling again over Toronto. This is a great time, once again, to be a Boston sports fan. Joe got great ovations the last couple of days here at Fenway, and then at the Bees game as well. 3-2 to Valencia, and he'll miss, and that's his second walk. Now his first reception appearance, this is the other day on Friday when he came in, first time after the Yankee series, and he said that was tremendously heartwarming. Joe Kelly Fight Club shirt. It's a hot seller.
Boy, he made a name for himself.
He did.
Believe me, he didn't go into it to think he was making a name for himself. He just did what he had to do. Protect his teammates.
Davis the batter, and I know people will disagree, and there are a lot of folks who have different opinions. Totally respect that, but it's the way baseball's been played for 100 years. And Chipper Jones, I thought, nailed it afterwards. He sent out the tweet, the Hall of Famer. 0-1, that'll dip in there for a strike on Davis. He said, young man, he was talking about Austin, you go in spikes high and you get a guy, you have to expect to get hit. That's how the game is policed. I know some would disagree. A ball and 2 strikes on Davis. He struck out in the second. Red Sox down 1-0. Valencia after taking ball 4 with a tiny lead at first.
You know, I think what's happened because of the new rule that the infielders have taken, you know, relaxed a little bit. Not, you know, not to say that that's, you know, makes that any more fair, that slide, because it wasn't. But, you know, he was just trying to be a first baseman, Holt, right? Take the throw. He wasn't even attempting to throw turn 2.
That's exactly what the umpires thought too. 1-2 pitch will miss. Not an attempt to turn a double play, just to take the force.
Yeah, he's just getting the force. Clips his back leg. I mean, he did move his back leg. It wasn't like it hung around for a while. I mean, to me, it just spikes up too much.
And it was on.
And he hit him in the right spot, right? Hit him in the back.
The guy who got the worst of it in the fight was not a player, but it was Carlos Fablis, Red Sox third base coach. He got whacked upside the head.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's what you get for getting too close. He was wrapping somebody up, wasn't he?
Yeah. Thank goodness nobody got Judge angry. Because if he gets angry and he gets in the middle of that.
They just took Joe Kelly right aside, didn't they? They just moved him all the way to
Eduardo
the dugout.
Rodriguez did, to his credit. He got him out of there.
Yeah.
One pitcher taking care of another. Three and 2 to count on Davis.
I've never really been in one of those. I never had anybody come out and get me. Imagine that.
I'm surprised because
I knew you were saying.
you know well, it's because you played in a lot of big rivalry games.
Yeah, but I never really clearly went out of my way to drill somebody. At least they didn't think I was, right? I mean, I've had some people upset with me because I punched them out and pointed. You know that they didn't take. They took offense to that, but not enough to come and get me. They may have wanted to kill me, but they just didn't charge them out.
Couldn't find you. Where's Zach?
I'm behind McGuire.
A good place to hide. In there for strike 3. Davis will take a seat. Time for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. Well, that's going to be a blast.
That's
all right,
great.
TC. Thanks for that update.
That's meant to be. You think about it.
Yep.
So he's going to pitch once every 9 days, right? Because he was gone 7, as it was Sunday to Sunday.
Well, I mean, that was already going to be a really fun series with 2 teams of that caliber, Red Sox and the Angels. But
that's a great way to start off that series, huh?
Mercy.
Yeah. Because that man throws 100 with a split from hell.
And then he can hit it 400 feet.
Yes.
Ruthian. Back in the batter, 0 for 1. And popped up. That'll drift on out of play.
I mean, that's a dream. That's the stuff that we used to do when we were in Little League, right? Throw no-nos and go bridge. When I was in Little League, I was the man.
Some of you could do that.
It was the best.
Yeah.
Then you met your match. Farther you go up, forget about that hitting stuff.
Competition got a little tougher.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Then they started throwing hooks.
And you're like, you know what?
No.
I think I'll get people out for a living. Runner on at first is Valencia.
But hitting the home run is what a great feeling it is to hit a home run.
And you know, how many did you hit?
I hit 3, but not to get into that. But it is a great feeling to hit a home run. You know, since you were a kid, I mean, you give up so many home runs. It's about time you get to run around. You don't know how to do it though, but you'll learn. You learn quickly.
You don't get to practice it.
No, right.
1 and 2.
I'd like to run around like Reggie used to. Remember how Reggie used to do with his hands real low?
Oh yeah.
That's the secret. You got to act like hands way down here, not like this. You got to be like this.
Well, you can't be in a hurry, and this makes it look like you're in a hurry.
And then when you get to each base, you slow down, and then hit the bag.
Yeah.
Right? I got it.
1-2, roped but foul. That'll get into the sweet level. Yeah, Ohtani is different. Obviously, a different kind of athlete that Major League Baseball has not seen in a long, long time. But the Red Sox could very well be going in 13-2 to tomorrow. We'll see if they play tomorrow. In any event, it's going to be a great record heading to Southern California for that matchup. 1-2. And down he goes. He struck out 3 in the inning. Second to last day of the homestand, and delighted to have Alex Beer with us from 108 Stitches and the Boston Globe, going without the coat. You didn't realize it was going to be like 30 degrees down here.
I've been hiding well back from the first row in the press box today.
We'll let you get back there to warm up soon enough. But you know, one of the things we've been talking about a lot on this homestand is the aggressiveness, particularly about the part of the order we're about to see coming up for the Red Sox. Uber aggressive.
Yeah, we might be seeing a quick inning here. JD Martinez came with the reputation of being one of the most aggressive hitters in the majors on first pitches, and I think that was part of why the Red Sox found him really appealing. He was someone who came with a different plate approach than the one that they had last year, where they were maybe a little bit too passive. And then a couple guys down, Devers has been really aggressive on the first pitch this year. Someone who's looking to ambush early in the count in order to create damage, who's not necessarily looking to work walks.
Well, Martinez will lead it off here against Bundy, who's been pretty tough. He's allowed only 2 hits, including a Moreland double. He struck out Martinez the first time they faced.
Swung at the first pitch last time he faced him. Fastball, he fouled it back.
JD with 3 home runs at the moment, and we've mentioned this several times. I mean, if he had some of these swings in June, July, August, how many home runs would he have right now?
The quality of contact that the Red Sox have had across the board this year has been spectacular. You've seen it kind of manifest itself in runs. You haven't seen it translate to home runs yet. But between Martinez, between Mookie Betts, who we've seen driving a number of balls from that first swing of the season when he sent one to their equivalent of the triangle in Tampa Bay, you have seen a lot of very well struck balls by the Red Sox that are eventually going to translate to home runs. They just aren't getting over the fences now, but they're producing runs aplenty.
Moreland on deck, and then Devers for the Red Sox. 3-man overshift on the left, which is always interesting to me with Martinez because he's such a good right field hitter, and he'll take his base hit too to right field. He'll go right past the right side of second base in a heartbeat.
Interestingly, he hates nothing more than grounding the ball to the left side of the infield. He views that. He said that in spring training we were talking. He said, whenever I do that, I want to break my bat over my knee in that moment. He likes hitting the ball to the opposite field. Particularly, he likes driving the fastball to right field and then getting on breaking stuff and pulling it to left. And he's not looking to hit the ball on the ground anyway. He's looking to elevate it.
3-2.
My guess is that we're probably going to see some 4-man outfield alignments against Martinez at some point this year because, you know, he's just not looking to get the ball on the ground over to the left side.
This is all the rage.
Look where the left fielders playing. I mean, that's like left center field. And they happen to hit the ball on the ground on the left-hand side.
And he walked him. So the leadoff man is on for the Red Sox for the first time today against Bundy. That'll send up Mitch Moreland, who ripped a double out of the warning track and bounced up into the stands for a ground rule double in the second inning. You know, we have been discussing it, and you've been writing about it, zeroing in on pitches on the edges of the strike zone and how much better the Red Sox are on that this year as opposed to last year.
They're willing to take the pitches that are on the edges because they are looking to do some real damage early in counts on the pitches that are over the plate. So they're going up with a very well-defined plan of attack.
High pop up to right. Santander coming on. Davis going out. Davis foul territory, and they're near the tarp.
So the difference between last year and this year.
Last year they were getting into a lot of 2-strike counts. They weren't being very aggressive on pitches in the best of all hitters counts. You could go down count by count. First pitches, 1-0 pitches, 2-0 pitches, 2-1 pitches. They were among the least aggressive teams in the majors on all of those. And then when they got to 2 strikes, they were as good a hitting team with 2 strikes as there was in the majors. But that's a terrible count in which to be in which to be a successful team, because the best you can do there is singles typically. And in early counts, that's where you get your doubles, your home runs. So this year they've been preaching a lot more aggressiveness on those pitches over the plate, not on the edges of the plate early in counts, and it's been paying off early.
So leave earth early and then give a tough at bat late.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when you can combine those two things, that's when you have the 2017 Astros. This Red Sox team is off to a really interesting start because they have the lowest strikeout rate in the majors right now. I think about 1 out of every 6 at-bats. And then they're also leading the majors, I believe, in extra base hits at this point. That's what the Astros did last year.
Well, you don't have to tell Devers to do it. He's all over it. He just left earth on the first pitch right there.
Ready for liftoff.
Yes.
Well, he walked in the second inning. Martinez walked moments ago. Moreland then popped up Valencia and made that catch. And that's going to miss.
You know, obviously the Astros changed lanes because they went from leading the league to strikeouts to the least amount of strikeouts, and then home runs stayed the same.
Yeah, they were an extraordinary team last year. They were so difficult to pitch to because they could they were staying in the strike zone finally instead of chasing everything with kind of the Chris Carter approach. But they were doing a ton of damage with guys who could control the strike zone, or the ones who expanded were kind of baseball's freaks, the Correas and the Altuves, who can expand the strike zone and still
go deep.
Yeah.
So you're giving a lot of credit to Alex Cora for this approach.
Alex Cora and Tim Hires. The hiring of Tim Hires was very purposeful by the Red Sox and very smart for what they were doing. The Dodgers saw one of the biggest increases in fly ball rates in the major leagues last year, but they also had a great plan of offensive attack early in counts.
Devers down, not happy with himself as he strikes out, so they're 2 away. And that'll send up Christian Vasquez.
So you take those elements, and that's been very positive for the Red Sox thus far.
You see 4 high fastballs there. They do the damage on Devers. You see Bundy taking advantage of it.
Bundy has been phenomenal this year, getting hitters to chase pitches that are out of the strike zone. He's been, in the past, he's always had good stuff, but this year he's recognizing, okay, the way in which my pitches work, they create deception that's going to get hitters attacking if I get a couple of inches out of the zone, and as a result, you're seeing a real spike for strikeouts in him and kind of front of the rotation stuff in the early part of the season.
Yeah, I've always liked this kid. Gosman's another one that has great arm, but this guy has 4 pitches.
Exactly.
Gosman really needs to find another pitch.
Punch foul, that'll land in the stands, and a count of ball and a strike in Vasquez.
Except for Sale, if you look around the major league landscape at the aces, you're seeing guys who are who we think of as aces are mostly the 4-pitch pitchers now. It used to be 3 was the gold standard, but as good as advanced scouting report has become, and the way that swings are working in the majors these days, in order to turn over the lineup that third time, which we talk so much about now, you really do need to be able to mix in a broader fashion.
1 and 2.
You got to have more than 1 pitch you could put somebody away with. That's why that changeup's such a big deal. It just is. I mean, for Sale, that's a big part of his repertoire is that changeup. So strike 1, he'll throw 1. Throw it any time, first of all.
Creating unpredictability. If you're able to have pitches coming out of the same lane and they look the same up until that those last few feet, then you're going to be in pretty good shape, especially with a good changeup.
1-2. Wouldn't chase it. That's going to get by, go to the backstop. That'll advance Martinez down to second. So once again, Red Sox flirting with tying the ball game with a runner in scoring position.
It's a nice block, but he can't help have this ball kick up. Just kicked off his arm. Couldn't keep it in front of him.
Be a wild pitch. Third time the Sox have had a man as far as second base on this incredibly cold day for baseball.
You saw how well that ball was hit by Lynn, and it just died on the warning track.
Oh yeah, that was his best bolt, man. He crushed that ball.
Absolutely. They're going to have to manufacture today.
2-2 from Bundy. And a pop-up on the infield. Beckham says he has it. Keeps on coming for out number 3. Alex, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Nice to
Do it
see
again
you.
when it's a little warmer.
Look forward to it.
Nice to see you.
Back at you.
Of a private space at Fenway. It's brand new. You can email premium sales at redsox.com or call 617-226-6912 to learn more. You're right on top of the action. Do what you can to stay warm, right? I saw you had a couple of those hand warmer things.
Yeah.
Back there. Whatever happened to those?
I don't know. I left them up there.
Left them up
Somebody
there.
gave those to me the other day. I thought they were like, this can't be good.
Yeah, I got to try that maybe.
Yeah.
This might be the day. On to the 5th inning, 1-0 Baltimore. Sale with 7 strikeouts. He has walked a couple. He's only allowed 2 hits. And he'll get Santander, Joseph, and Mancini. That's 8, 9, and 1 for the Birds. So already 6 postponements in baseball today. And dropped in there immediately. Strike 1 on Santander. Strikeout victim in the second.
Seems like he can have that little breaking ball. They give it to him that first pitch. Throws it for a strike. Another one he's going to throw. That's the one that sweeps all the way across. First one he threw on the corner. Second one swept all the way down and in. Swept over the top of the bat. Underneath the bat.
Sale blowing on that hand after every pitch.
Time for high fastball. Yeah.
92 but missed. Santander at his first major league home run at the Yankees on the 8th of April. 2-run shot. Two. Now a full count. Red Sox have activity in the bullpen.
Huh.
Be Heath Hembry warming. 87 pitches for the ace lefty. Foul tipped into the mitt, and he struck him out. And number 8 for Chris.
Well, he knew it was coming, Santander, and he just Middle, swung underneath it, beat him with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Not his best, but who cares?
Every time a Sox pitcher strikes out an Oriole batter, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Joseph with a cut and a miss. He struck out in the 3rd inning.
Can't go up there just looking fastball because he'll throw you that changeup first pitch.
He struck out 4 of the last 5 in this one. There's a hard grounder behind 3rd. Devers a lengthy toss, but got him. 2 up and 2 down. Sales pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket.
Everything looks normal. Strikeouts are up there. Don't see too many walks too many times. 2's not bad. Pitch count up there.
But Hembree warming up.
That's the problem, probably the 90 pitches.
So maybe his last inning. Mancini has singled on the infield and grounded out, 1 for 2.
You know, they talked about it, right? About pitch count with him early on in the season. He has yet to throw 100 pitches.
He has highs 93 for today. Bases empty. Red Sox starters are 9-1, a 2.08 ERA, leading the majors in ERA. Well ahead of Houston. They're at 2.80. And a comebacker. That's going to be a fast inning. Let's see if he comes back for another one. He gets him in order.
Got to give him another one. Yeah, 3 of these came in the 4th inning. Fastball there to Jones. Another fastball there taken by Davis. And the last one, another fastball by Beckham that we didn't see.
Stanley, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox. So the Red Sox will come up. Holt, Lynn, and Bradley. Well, Chris was getting handshakes and pats on the back when he came out after that very brisk inning.
Well, they're sticking to it, huh? Taking him out.
At 93 pitches. And a very, very fine effort.
I don't mean sticking it to him. I meant sticking to the plan.
Sure. Yep.
But, you know, he was himself. He didn't have the good fastball early on, but obviously did the same thing. 8 punch outs. They don't want to go too high of a pitch count early on. They haven't. Cold day.
Yep. He did his job.
Yeah, he did his job. I wouldn't want to leave 1-0. I'm sure he didn't.
Oh, I bet in his heart of hearts he doesn't want to either, but he's sticking to the plan. Fouled away. Chris coming out without long sleeves today. Sent the message. 34 degrees. Brock 0 for 1. He's popped out foul to third. See if the Red Sox can solve Dylan Bundy, who's been very tough, just 2 hits. Hard hit, but that'll be caught by Davis. Backhand stab by the first baseman. First out. Tomorrow, don't miss an action-packed Patriots Day on NESN, starting at 10 a.m. The Red Sox and the Orioles. Game 4 of 4-game series. First pitch at 11:05 schedule. And then at 6, NESN returns with an hour pre and post game coverage. Jack Edwards and Brick will have the call. Bruins rolling with back-to-back outstanding wins over Toronto. Take a 2-0 lead. Here's Zhu-Wei Lin. Zhu-Wei crushed a ball in the 3rd inning. It was caught by the right fielder, Santander, way out in the triangle.
He's going to have to pull a ball, hit it out of here.
Looked like Gentry and Santander had a little miscommunication for a moment about who might catch it. Santander may have helped him, may have saved him by getting over there.
He went farther than Gentry had to.
Jackie Bradley on deck. And the 0-2 from the 25-year-old from Oklahoma. Hard hit again, and that one eats up Beckham. It'll be off into right field. So twice Lynn has really hit it hard.
That's a base hit right there. Tough play by Beckham. Little short hop right in front of him. I thought he was going to pick it. That's a fastball up middle, and he hits that ball. Look at him get on top of that. Line drive, 1 hop. Like I said, it just eats up Tim Beckham. Look, he tries to backhand it, and see ya. Who wants to get in front of that?
1-out single. The first 2 Red Sox have hit the ball hard in the inning, and now Jackie Bradley getting his 3rd look at Bundy's. Flied out to center, and he's grounded to second. 1-0 Baltimore.
This guy's not afraid to throw his fastball, get ahead.
Well, 5 years ago on this date, the Red Sox won 3-2 on a walk-off win over the Rays. That was on Patriots Day. And less than an hour later, 2 bombs exploded near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Lofted toward left, on the run Mancini, and it's off into the stands.
I believe that was Napoli that hit the walk-off double off the wall.
Yep. And today the city of Boston will acknowledge the marathon bombing with a moment of silence at 2:49 p.m. The Red Sox will observe that moment during the 7th inning stretch of today's game. Red Sox wrapped their arms around this city that summer on their way to a world championship. And Boston strong to the first baseman, down for it. Davis. He'll sling it into second. Got the out back to first. Safe there. So Zhu-Wei Lin out at second. Jackie Bradley becomes the runner at first with 2 gone.
Well, I thought that on this play, Chris Davis has got to get a good grip here. You throw it away, and Machado takes the throw, and they just can't turn it. The pitcher tries to cover at first, but no chance to get Bradley at first.
2 down, a man aboard, and a 1-0 Oriole lead. That'll bring up Andrew Benintendi. He's popped up and doubled. Today, Jackie Robinson Day. All around baseball, everybody wearing the number 42. 71st anniversary of Jackie's first game at Ebbets Field. in 1947 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie Robinson Scholars also featured as part of the pregame ceremonies here at Fenway.
These are the tough bags to get, to try to steal when everybody is paying attention.
Jackie off the bag with 2 down. He's running. Here's the throw, and it skips off the mound. It barely got out there to second. So Jackie Bradley with a theft.
These are the tough ones, and he got a tough one. Didn't have a real big lead, but he almost got a little jump start. Watch, he was gone. Headlong dive and an awful throw. Like I said, that bounced off the rubber. It might have just a very low throw to Hopper that took forever to get there. But still, this is a big stolen base by Jackie.
Second stolen base of the season. So what now? The 4th time the Red Sox have had a man as far as second base against Bundy, and that one ripped. That's going to be down the line. A fair ball. That'll bring in a run. Bradley to score. It rolls to the corner. Benintendi taken off. He wants third. Here's the throw, and he dives in with a triple.
We've seen this in this homestand from Benintendi. He getting a fastball, rips it right down the line. Doesn't waste any time. Fastball down and in, and he just cleans it right out of there. And out of the box, he's watching so closely. He knows he's got 2, but he wants 3, especially in this ballpark. He knows there's a lot of triples down that line. And he looked all the way. Now, didn't even pick up the coach. He said, I'm going 3. And gets it easy.
There were a lot of elements there among those 2 hitters that made you think about Jackie Robinson, didn't they? The stolen base and the headlong dive there, the triple. And here's Hanley now, the runner at third. And a tie ball game, so Red Sox have knotted it up at 1.
I'll tell you, he got burnt finally. Bundy, you know, first pitch strikes. He's done it a lot, and that ball down and in, he jumped all over that.
9th RBI of the year for Benintendi to send in Jackie Bradley. Hanley with 15 RBIs. He'll lay off. That is in there for a strike. Red Sox have been good against everybody and everything, but they're 5-1 when the opponent scores first, as happened today. And the 1-1. Tag to center. Gentry after it. He's got it. Another one hit well. Red Sox had some great swings in the inning against Bundy, and they've tied it. We take a look back. 71 years, Ebbets Field, April 15, 1947. The Brooklyn Dodgers hosting the Boston Braves, and Robinson played first base. He batted second in the lineup. He scored a run in 3 at-bats. And one of the great base runners of all time, just a dazzling base runner. Stealing home a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's what I recall, seeing him steal home, right? And the catcher doesn't reach him.
Yeah, that was Yogi Berra.
Is that Yogi?
Yeah,
and
who
then
went
Yogi,
nuts.
and then he went nuts. Right, I remember that.
Well, Gentry leading things off here in the 6th inning, tied up 1-1. Heath Hembry now on for Chris Sale, so no decision for the left-hander Sale. Went 5, 2 hits, 8 Ks. Red Sox getting a run to tie it. Gentry has struck out, and he's also taken ball 4. Machado on deck, and then Adam Jones. So Hembry, first man out of the pen, and pop foul out of play.
Coming out throwing gas. You know who that is because he's got a hoodie. That's Machado. Everybody else looks the same.
It's hard to pick them out today.
It really is.
On the Orioles side, because most of them are wearing the ski masks, and everyone's wearing 42. Hard ground ball, and Moreland couldn't quite reach it. So Gentry will be on with a base hit to begin the 6th inning. In fact, we're going to play the game that all of America loves. Guess that Oriole. Who's who?
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3 is basically what it is. That's Mancini, and that is Gentry, who we just saw, and this is Machado. That's what I think. Ding, ding, ding.
You got them all right. It's no fun when you get them all right, X.
See, I got it.
But you remember the shoes? Is that what you're going by?
No, I went by. We just saw him, Mancini, where he stands up, and I saw the hoodie on Machado. That's how I did it.
You move on to the lightning round, my friend. And you've got the board, Dennis.
You got to try to trick me better than that. There was the 1, 2, 3 hitters, man. All right.
Oh, hey,
scramble them up a little
but
bit.
when you're good, man. You know your Orioles.
Man.
Machado has doubled. He has also driven in a run, 1 for 2. Tied up 1-1. Sox are actually ahead in hits, 4-3. One more left tomorrow, if in fact it will be played. That's quite dubious. He
He wanted to go.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did. He's already got one bag. He wants another one.
He got that in the 3rd inning. And here's the 1-0.
Ooh, got to have that. That gaping hole between first and second.
And he pops it up a mile in the air. Into shallow left. Lynn moving over. And on the dirt of the infield makes the catch for the first out. Kids can attend a game for free at Fenway Park when they sign up for Kid Nation and earn loyalty points. Free kids tickets available for the first 25,000 tickets redeemed. Just visit redsox.com/kidnation to sign up today.
Yeah, kind of, because he caught it right there.
Adam Jones has grounded out to second and struck out. Gentry, the runner at first base. Jones a threat to go yard if he gets a hold of one. And there's a high fly ball into left, driving back Martinez to the track. And it died out there, and he'll make the grab. Back to first, Gentry.
Man, you almost called that.
Ball's not carrying.
You know, this is a funny part. Last half inning, the last out of the inning was Hanley. Look at the center fielder Gentry, just moseying along. I mean, this ends up being a big move by the defense to be in the perfect position to catch the line drive by Manny Ramirez. It's kind of a subtle thing, but with Hanley, he hits a bullet right there. It's funny. Does he catch that ball if he starts off where he began to start? Who knows?
Here's Valencia. He's grounded out and taken ball 4. Again, the wind has been blowing in all day. Occasionally gusting. Not too bad right now.
JD kind of had a tough time with that. Like it fell out of the sky. It kind of knocked it down or something.
Looked like it, yeah. I'm talking about Jackie Robinson stealing home in Game 1 of the World Series.
Is that the one you're talking about with Yogi was the
Yogi
catcher?
Berra went nuts, and he was absolutely convinced until his dying day that he got him.
Is that right?
In fact, I think near the end of his life, he was asking for a replay review.
And that's not your typical double steal.
Runner goes, hammer to third. Scoop by Devers, plenty of time. And that retires the side. 1 man left. Bottom of the 6th inning in a 1-1 tie. Red Sox and the Birds. Great to have you with us today. Hope wherever you are warm and comfortable. Red Sox trying to take the first 3 games from Baltimore of the series. And Martinez will lead things off by popping one sky high to foul ground. Davis moving over near the stands, but that one's off into the box seats. Time now for our high strength steel play, brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. Well, I guess he deserves it.
First, it's not Christmas, but the weather's like Christmas. But don't tell me that, first of all, he's got to have another coat with him.
The Santa hat. Tell me he didn't lose a bet. This is all about losing a bet, isn't it?
He doesn't look like he lost a bet. I just wish he had a coat with him. Don't tell me he's like that all day long.
Jam job to third. Valencia with a bobble and no play for Machado backing up. So Martinez will be on an error by Valencia. A promising start to the 6th inning for the Sox.
This type of play, he's got to go a ways for it, but this is a routine play. Ball hits him on the heel, still can't get a hold of it, and with nobody out, that's a big error.
On the leadoff man, Mitch Moreland has doubled and popped up.
Boy, as a pitcher, when somebody makes an error like that behind you, you can't show them up or nothing, but that hurts. Woo.
Some pitchers have been known
to,
yeah, a look or two, maybe a word. Mitch with a ground rule double in the 2nd. Orioles committing the first error today. Nobody out and the 0-1.
This Bundy kid, big, strong, thick thighs on him. Not real tall, but boy, he could drive that ball to the plate.
We'll see if Moreland has figured a couple of things out here today against the right-hander. He tags that one the other way. Mancini got a late start. It skips up against the wall. On his way to third, Martinez. The throw is cut down to second. Moreland. That's the 2nd hit of the day for extra bases for him today, and he was 1 for 15 against Bundy coming into the day. So
once again, great sign. He hit a double, almost hit a ball out of here the first time up, and now he carves a ball over Mancini's head. Mancini didn't get a very good jump on this, kind of caught him off balance, and it's over his head easy. One hops the wall. That air is looming big at third base. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
Martinez taken off for 3rd. He reaches easily. Moreland down to 2nd. The batter, Rafael Devers. He's walked and fanned today. 0 for 1. Red Sox with their best chance of the day, really, to start piling up runs. Here comes Martinez trying to score. The flip. He's safe. Moreland holding at second base, and the Red Sox have the lead.
Boy, risky play by J.D. Martinez, but he read it so well. That ball just bounced way off of Joseph. He scores easy, but with nobody out, that's very risky. Look at that ball, got way away from him. He must have got a pretty good look at it. Joseph got a late start to it, but boom, he's gone. He's going for it.
Well, I know that's a risky play, but that's winning baseball.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, a day like today.
Yeah, just go for it.
And he did. He got a great read on that. So the Sox have the lead.
So the air comes back and haunts him. That's why we're taking a look at Valencia.
On the E5 to open the door. And a double by Moreland. 1-0 on Devers, who has walked and struck out today. Has 10 RBIs. I mean, there's reckless aggressiveness, but that wasn't reckless. That ball was far enough away from Joseph that it made sense if he got a good read on it.
Because think about it, Joseph's got to go that direction to get it and throw it backwards to the plate.
Now flip it sideways like that, and it was so tough to make an accurate throw on that. Big swing and a miss.
Boy, you know who that is. Whether he's got a mask on or not, that swing, don't you? But you see the ball once again in front of him. He's got to flip it backwards. Tough flip. Just a great read by J.D.
A day like today, you just don't know when you're going to get your runs, if you're going to get them. Ball's not carrying. 2-1, he bunts it, but foul.
What was that? That seemed kind of weird. Out of nowhere, huh? 2-1, I'm bunting. He bunted it hard, too.
You get the third baseman backed up there.
I guess, huh?
But you really got to kiss that, don't you? Rather
yeah,
gently.
Exactly. He's bunting it hard. He was bunting it like there was nobody there at third.
Massive swing and a miss. Down he goes, strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. Red Sox ahead 2-1.
There's a little slider right there. He swings underneath it. Off speed. 2 big hacks and a bunt that cost him the at bat.
Get excited, America. Dunkin' go-tos are here. 2 breakfast sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. So 1 down. Vasquez will climb in. He has struck out and popped up today. Red Sox have grabbed the lead for the first time here this afternoon. 2-1. Low scoring affair. You figured it probably would be. And the 1-strike pitch to the Red Sox catcher.
Boy, he's eating them up with breaking balls. Curveball, and then he goes back to the slider.
And it's a slider at 83 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Almost like a changeup. Bundy has good stuff. 13 wins last year. Career high for him. Emerging as their #1. He started on opening day for Baltimore. No Mookie Betts today for the Red Sox. He's resting that sore foot. 0-2. Count he goes for the 3rd strike, and he whiffs for the 2nd time today. So 2 down in the Red Sox 6th.
3 breaking balls in this at bat. Boom, boom, boom. He just can't get to it. Started him off with a curveball, and then it went to 2 sliders.
So Brock Holt will try and pick up this run. He's popped up and lined out, hit the ball very stiff. Last time up, it was caught by Davis, first baseman. Another good day for Andrew Benintendi. A double, a triple, an RBI. Drove in 3 runs yesterday. And Mitch Moreland has doubled twice.
They only have 5 hits, 4 of them extra base hits.
0-2. Of course, early in the season, the Red Sox were playing nothing but close games. Nothing but 1-run games. And then started blowing people out.
And started scoring 10, 14.
At 10 yesterday, 14 against the Yankees. But a tight one today, the 0-2. Little dribbler here at third baseman. Valencia will scoop and fire. And he's going to be safe at first base. Down to third is Moreland.
Chris Davis can't keep a handle on this. If he holds on, it's an out. See Holt getting down the line, a little short hop. It just didn't stick. That was close play. Almost hurts himself on the bag.
It'll be a base hit. Now we'll see if Brock's okay, as he landed beyond first base. Says he's all right. You're kind of waving off Alex Cora.
I think he would have been safe even if Davis held on to that ball. Now that I saw the replay.
Not a good throw by Valencia.
No.
It's had a rough defensive inning.
This play took a long time to develop. 1 hop. It's a base hit, and luckily he's not hurt. Bundy thought about trying to make a play on it and let it go. Valencia made the play.
He hit the bag a little rough, but he got there for the single. So first and third for Zhu-Wei Lin, who twice has hit the ball very hard. Once all the way to the triangle in deep right center field, and the other time a base hit that went right through Beckham, the second baseman. Sox trying to add on, get a little bit of wiggle room here in the 6th. Bundy up to 90 pitches. They do have activity. They've got a left-hander going in their bullpen. Lynn is 5 for 10 since his recall.
He can handle that fastball. He's shown us that. Who's that? Blair?
He is warming up. Blair throwing in their bullpen. Moreland at third. Brock Holt at first. And the 1-0. He lets it go, and that's in there for strike.
Back-to-back breaking balls. A lot of strikes.
His third baseman has not helped him in this inning. And the 1-1 to Zhu Lin. That catches the corner. 1-2. You would think this would be Bundy's last inning.
Oh, yeah.
Into the 90s now with a pitch count. Sox got another good start today that has become commonplace with this Boston team. Chris Sale, 5 innings, 8 Ks, 1 run, 2 hits, no decision for Chris. And the Sox are in front. Here's the 1-2. Roped down a right field line, and a fair ball. That'll bounce up into the stands. Another run is in. And the Red Sox add another on the bat of the red-hot Zhu Lin, who is crushing it.
He threw him nothing but breaking balls, threw him another slider. He saw enough of that, and he just yanks this ball down the line. Ball's kind of dipping on him down and in, but this is a nice pitch to handle. Drops the head, and he knows it's trouble. That's a double. That's an RBI, and hit the ball hard. Got busted on a ball he hit the first time as hard as he can hit it. So they're big double there.
Back with more in a moment. X1 will change the way you experience TV as we go to Garrett.
Obi, as you mentioned, today is MLB's 15th anniversary of Jackie Robinson Day and the 71st anniversary of his first major league game. And it's also the 10th consecutive year that all players and personnel are wearing the number 42 jersey. And the jerseys the Red Sox players are wearing will be auctioned off after the game to benefit the Red Sox Foundation. And I was talking with Jackie Bradley Jr. in the clubhouse, and he said today is a special day. It's the only number that is retired across baseball. You know what it represents, and it's an honor to wear it. I also talked to Hanley Ramirez, and he said Robinson is one of the reasons why he plays the game, and you have to respect what he went through and the doors that he opened. Guys.
Incredible courage. Thank you very much. Thanks, Garrett. Jackie on the day. Jackie Bradley scored a run after stealing a base in the 5th inning. Jackie and his dad, huge Jackie Robinson fans. Richard Blair coming out of the bullpen, a left-hander, with runners at second and third, and the Red Sox charging again.
Flyer, soft tosser, good little breaking ball. Having a decent year with them. Had a good year quietly last year with them.
Yeah, 1.99 ERA in 57 appearances.
Yeah, never heard of him. That's a nice year.
Acquired from the Yankees. And he was a key man in the bullpen and was really good with inherited runners, and he inherits 2 here. But the Sox are in front 3-1 in the 6th. High chop to third. Valencia had a challenging inning, and another low throw. This one dug out by Davis, who saves him, but the Red Sox lead 3-1. William Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Boston Red Sox. Obviously a momentous homestand for one Joe Kelly. Sox 7-1 to this point, hitting .299, averaging 8 runs a game.
Nice homestand. Let's finish it off the next 2 days.
7th inning, Red Sox ahead of the Orioles 3-1. And Davis smacks that one on the ground to Moreland. Underhand flip to Hembry for a fast out.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings live right after the game. TC Wake and Jim will break down key plays of the game, and you'll hear from Chris Sale and Alex Cora. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason.
Now that's bundled up. That is one Matt Barnes, bundled to the gills. It's a smart move today, actually. Hunters use those, don't they?
I guess.
Beckham getting in. He's 0 for 2.
That's a sleeping bag he's got kicking, it looks like. Doesn't he? With feet and everything.
Yeah, got the footies. Beckham with a fly out, a strikeout.
He should be left-handed.
Fouled off, 1-1.
Guys, I don't want to hear anyone making fun of my moon boots when we see him in an entire sleeping bag over there. They have a heater, I do not. So.
Well, you know, we're watching the players taking their time today, obviously, coming out of the dugout because they're lingering around those heaters. You know, the last bit of heat before they go out. The 1-1. Sky high pop foul off first. Moreland moving over toward the Red Sox dugout, but out of his range. between innings. Zhu Lin.
They just hover around that thing, huh?
All Zhu Wei's got to do is shake some guys' hands and they'll be fine, as hot as he is. I mean, he is scorching it.
Well, they haven't skipped a beat without Bogarts. You think about it, the way Lin has taken over.
Yeah, no question. And as a whole, scoring a ton of runs. Really, since Xander went out with the crack in that ankle. But good ball clubs do that. Really good teams do that.
And this club's got a lot of depth.
Santander on deck. 3-1 Red Sox here in the 7th. Carson Smith out in the bullpen. Did he offer? They do appeal. No, says Eric Cooper, who will have the plate if tomorrow's game is in fact played at 11:05. And the Red Sox are heading to Southern California, where the weather's going to be just gorgeous. And as TC mentioned, because the game today between the Angels and Kansas City has been postponed, one of many in the majors. 3-2, and he got him. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That means the Red Sox will face the phenom Shohei Ohtani in that upcoming series. It looks like in game 1 against the Angels in Anaheim.
Hembree tried to get him to Beckham to strike out at high fastballs, goes to the slider and puts him away.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance. So 2 gone for Santander. That's what he's done so far. He took a no-hitter deep into a game against Oakland, hitting .367 with 3 homers and 11 RBIs when he's the DH. Interesting, Eck, though, because he's a right-hand pitcher and he's a left-handed hitter, so he exposes that pitching arm.
Right.
There's been, I think, concern there in Southern California about that.
Well, anybody that pitches inside is going to get a little double take. You know, don't mess with him in there. You better have some gear on that right arm you get up there.
1-1.
I mean, he's a big dude too, isn't he?
Yep.
He's about 6'4".
Big kid. Huge star in Japan.
He came early to get the money. He didn't get the money yet, right? He's still a ways from the money. He wanted to come so badly.
Did not have a good spring.
No.
The initial stages of it, he looked a little overmatched, but anything but now. So 2 outstanding teams to go toe-to-toe in that series at Anaheim. And Johnny Gomes will be joining me at the microphone. Jerry Remy at the end of the upcoming road trip when we get to Toronto. We'll return to the booth. A little bit of a break for Remdog. Here's the 2-2. Oh, and he put him away. Outstanding inning for Hembree. Got him 1-2-3. perfect for entertaining clients, school outings, team outings. Visit redsox.com/groups for more information. When you come, bring some warm weather. These diehards today, you got to tip your cap to them. 34 degrees, much cooler with the wind chill.
It'll be nice when you get back.
It will be. Well, I think I was actually looking ahead, and when the Sox come off this upcoming trip to Anaheim, Oakland, and Toronto, it'll be up into the 50s, 60s, 70s.
That's nice.
We have that to look forward to. All of us. Spring eventually will get here. Tough New Englanders getting to the ballpark here this afternoon. Dressing appropriately. First pitch temperature 34 degrees. Coldest game at Fenway since 2003. Same temperature.
Everybody's got a hat. That's when you know it's cold.
Bottom 7. The lefty stays on to face Benintendi, who's had another good day with a double and a run-scoring triple. Sox have out-hit Baltimore 7-3. You figure runs would be a premium today, and they have been. Toward the hole and through for a base hit. Beckham with a dive and a miss. And a 3-hit game for Benintendi. And may get a chance, maybe, to get up again and shoot for that cycle.
He gets the ball he can pull. Didn't get it outside enough. He just got just enough of this to get it by Beckham at second base. Goes into the dive, just out of his reach. But here comes Benintendi.
15 3-hit games last year, his first of the year, but coming off 3 RBIs and 2 hits yesterday. Hanley Ramirez, quiet by his standards lately. 0 for 3 today, although he lined to center field last time up. He hit the ball well. Hanley at .340 with 3 home runs. Came into the day leading the majors with 15 RBIs. Hanley Ramirez. 0-2. Angels at Kansas City postponed. The White Sox at Minnesota postponed. Toronto at Cleveland, same thing. Yankees at Detroit postponed. Atlanta at Chicago. And it's raining in Cincinnati. Been raining for a long time there. The game with the St. Louis Cardinals, that may not be played. That'll be in there for strike 3. So 1 man away in the 7th.
Kind of a weird at bat. He strikes him out on a mediocre fastball. Just there it is. Maybe he was expecting something nasty. Didn't get it.
Yeah, looked like he was thinking about something else. That'll bring up Martinez, who has struck out, walked, and reached on an error. And he scored after that in the 6th inning. Red Sox would score a couple of times to take the lead and add 1 more. Try to hold up, but a swing and a miss on the appeal. 0-1.
I don't think they picked the ball up off this kid.
We used to say that all the time whenever Koji came in the game. Doesn't look like they pick it up on Koji. And nobody did. Particularly in 2013.
But he had that spin rate stuff. You know, the fastball that never really, just the deceiving fastball. Belt high, and they could never catch up.
And then the split.
Oh, and obviously the split was the equalizer. Look at that.
0-2.
I mean, you're talking about a little cutter, 85 miles an hour, nothing special, and swing and a miss.
Moreland on deck. Had a good day going with 2 doubles. There goes the run, a great jump, and the pitch is downstairs for a ball, and he steals it standing up. Benintendi with as good a jump as you can get at the big league level.
He was halfway to second base. See ya. There he's gone. He didn't kick his leg up. He was not going to get it. Easier stolen base there for Benny.
Red Sox try to add on here, get more breathing room against the Orioles here in the third game of the series. Sox have won the first two. Sox have started another winning streak. They've won 3 in a row. Now the longest winning streak in baseball belongs to the Angels in 7 in a row. 2-2. Knocked the other way, foul. JD up to 13 runs batted in. Man, can he get hot with the home run ball too? He hit 16 home runs last September alone.
Whoa.
Tied a National League record. Cut on and missed. Down he goes for strike 3. So back-to-back Ks. And you're right, he is tough to pick up.
A teeny little cutter. Swung and missed again. Look at that little thing. Just a little cutter. He swings over the top of it.
The no-hitter is going on now. Jordan's Furniture. Buy all the furniture and mattresses you want. And the Red Sox, if they pitch a no-hitter after July 17th, everything you buy will be free. 64 games. It only takes one to win free furniture. 2 away for Moreland. And a base hit into left field. Coming on Benintendi, rounding third. Here's Mancini's throw, and a play at the plate. He's out. See if the Red Sox appeal this, however, on a bang-bang play. Home plate umpire Cedarstrom said he was out at the dish, but we shall see.
I don't know if he got his hand in or not, but this is a throw, just launches it by Mancini, a one-hopper. Watch the tag, the quick tag on the hand of Benintendi. Watch the tag by Joseph. Boom. Hit the top of his hand. Can't see it here, but it did hit his hand. And did his hand get in? The top of his hand. Did the bottom hit the? Can't tell.
Couldn't tell from that angle.
That's why it's going to be hard to turn that over. Here it is. Bang! And, you know, that hand is on the plate,
yeah.
And he's at the top of it.
He's calling himself safe and disagreeing. He hasn't even stopped sliding, and he's already telling Cedarstrom, we're going to want to look at that, and the play is under review.
This is a great tag, though. It really was, but his hand might have been on the plate. He tagged the top of it. That's a quick tag.
You know, I thought from this angle, and we're right over home plate. We're right over the plate from our end. I thought he got the hand in.
So did I. But God, he put that tag on. I thought that ball was just late.
Oh, I thought he was safe. Heck of a tag.
Yeah, great tag, but his hand he might have topped the top of his hand.
See if they have enough evidence to overturn the home plate umpire's call on this. Watch that left hand.
See the fingers there are white. You see the white? And he got the back of it.
I think those fingertips are on the plate.
Yeah.
Right before the tag.
Those are white fingers because that's a white glove he had on. That's what made it clear.
And
he called him out.
Yep. Well, they must not have had enough evidence
That's
to overturn.
what it was.
Yep. I thought he had the fingers in there. That is out number 3, 3-1 Red Sox. 1. Indians and Astros right behind, all expected to have outstanding pitching staffs all summer. So the Red Sox with a 3-1 lead as we go to the 8th inning. And Barnes will come out of the bullpen.
Came out of his sleeping bag.
Not sure how they talked him out of it. But into the ball game for the 7th time this year. They're going to bring up Chance Sisco now to bat for Joseph, and he'll stay in the game to catch. Three runs on 9 hits for the Red Sox, 1 run on 3 hits and an error for Baltimore. We'll look back at that slide. We slowed it down as much as we can here. Benintendi called out and upheld.
Benintendi just trying to sneak his hand in there, and he did, but he slapped that tag on the top of his hand. Who knows if he touched the plate or not.
It could have been a dead heat too.
Yes.
But obviously they did not have enough evidence to overturn the home plate umpire Cederstrom. And so getting into the late stages. Sisco hitting .286, no homers. He's driven in 4 runs. And then it's Mancini and Gentry here in the 8th. And popped him up sky high off third. Devers giving chase, but it's off into the seats.
Saturday at 10:30. Don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. TC Tim Wakefield and Jim Rice will preview tomorrow's matchup of Andrew Kashner versus Brian Johnson. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
It's always such a special day of remembrance for Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson Day. Today, the 15th annual Jackie Robinson Day and the 71st anniversary of his Major League debut. And breaking the color barrier at Ebbets Field in 1947 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. 10th consecutive year that players and on-field personnel across the majors wear number 42, and those jerseys auctioned off after the game by the Red Sox to help the Red Sox Foundation. That'll be in there for strike 3.
Man, 4 pieces of cheese. The last one he took right there. Not afraid to throw the fastball here. Gotta like that. Just hit this. Boom.
1 gone in the 8th. Chris Sale was out there for 5 innings, got the start today. Exactly the man you want on a day like today in these conditions to start against the Orioles. He struck out 8. No decision for Sale. But the Sox ahead 3-1. Mancini with a base hit to start it. He has scored their only run in the first inning. He's gone 1 for 3.
Fastball looks nice and clean out of Barnes' hands today.
Tried the outside edge, but he missed. That was 94.
Just go after him. You don't want to walk anybody. You got a 2-run lead. As he sticks that forkball grip before he goes after it.
Is 2-1. That's drilled in there, 95. And evens up the count on Mancini.
Mancini didn't like that. Might have been up and away. Pulled down a little bit.
Well, if he can get him here on strikes, it'll be 4 consecutive Ks by the Red Sox relievers. And that's exactly what happens as he fans him for the second out here in the 8th. So 2 gone.
Got some life in that fastball out of the hand of Barnes. That ball's upstairs. By him. pitch before he called a strike on him, forced him to swing at that high fastball, but you got to like the way the ball's coming out of Barnes' hands.
Brings up Gentry, who's gone 1 for 2 with a single.
Keep pumping, man. Just keep pumping that thing in there. Yeah, just keep pumping that thing.
1-0 on the way, and a strike.
Boom, dotted it that time. Another one.
Why not?
Why not?
Here's 1-1 coming. 95, and he fouls it away, and now he's 1 strike away from fanning the side here in the 8th.
Yeah, why get cute, man? Just bring it.
That's not a day where you get 36,000 people screaming.
They're just standing up just to stay warm.
Just to stay warm. That one pops out of the mitt. So you really got to lean on each other today, including in the stands.
Some of them aren't standing up. There they go.
Nobody on base, 2 down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for 3 consecutive strikeouts in the inning.
You sure don't want to walk him with Machado on deck.
And he already has an RBI and a double back in the 1st inning. The 3-2 from Matt Barnes.
Paint. Oh.
Ball 4. So he walks him. And we'll find out in a moment if it's going to hurt him. Machado next. An RBI double, a pop up, and another pop up today.
This ball just missed. I want it. Pretty good pitch.
Yeah, saw Vasquez pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 down and a man aboard in the dangerous Machado. At least we think it's Manny Machado.
Yeah, he's got the hood.
He went for it. 94, an elevated fastball, and he flicked it foul.
Luckily that ball was up out of the strike zone. Ball rising up in and on.
0-1. Machado 33 homers, 95 RBIs last season. This may be his last season in an Oriole uniform here in 2018. Free agent at the end of it. This Oriole team may struggle mightily. So, I mean, if they do, there may be a chance they didn't even get to the end of the season as an Oriole. 0-1. And that'll be in there for a strike in 94 at the bottom of the zone. 2 strikes on Manny Machado. Red Sox up 3-1 in the 8th, but a base runner for the Birds.
$18 pitches, 10 strikes, 17 fastballs, I would count.
Jones on deck. Sox lost to the Rays on opening day, but they have gone 12-1 since. They own the best record in the majors at 12-2. Best start through 14 games in the history of the Boston Red Sox. Barnes looking to protect the lead. Here comes the 1-2. Did not get that call either. Off the edge. Very close.
Very close. The ball's outside. He wanted it up. A little bit outside.
Barnes with a 2-2. I'll throw to first. And Carson Smith is up. Brian Johnson, who's scheduled to pitch tomorrow, also with a baseball in his hand. High fly to right field. Not a lot of carry though. Jackie Bradley with that catch. One man left. Save you 15% or more on car insurance. Your New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Red Sox with a 3-1 lead. They have out-hit the Orioles 9-3. Devers to lead things off, then Vasquez and Brock Holt against Blyer, the lefty. So the Red Sox getting closer and closer to a 13-2 record. They'll pull Valencia off third now and move him out to shallow right field in the shift. With a count 0-1. You and I were chatting about the 1978 Red Sox and a season that ended with the Yankees winning the one-game playoff. The Red Sox had such a great ball club. You were a 20-game winner on that team. And I know Jerry Remy talks about the disappointment of that so much. I want to kind of follow up on this yesterday because it made an interesting comment. He said if that club had won that game, you think that it might have been one of the all-time Red Sox teams and would have been one of the tightest teams. But it didn't get there. As that one is smacked on a line drive to right center field for a base hit. So Devers is on his first hit of the ball game. And because of that loss, you were saying, you know, that relationship wasn't what maybe it could have been.
Yeah,
with you guys as a team.
Because maybe it would have developed. Because remember they talked about 25 Cavs, 25 players, right? That's what that team was. I never thought of it like that.
You didn't think of it that way.
No, not at all. But looking back, I don't know if we were the closest, you know, but I think we would have gotten closer over the years. That's what I missed. You know, because they always bring the teams back.
Right, right.
And
For celebrations, for anniversaries, yeah.
And that's what, you know, gets wasted in all this.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have been tight when we got old and gray.
Well, you and Rem are great together. When we,
yeah.
Three-man booth. We love having that.
We go back, man, 40 years.
Went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Vasquez on the day 0 for 3. And a lot of talk about that 1978 team. You're doing interviews, and I know Jerry is. There are retrospective documentaries about that season and that game, which I think are going to be fascinating to watch when they get done.
Yeah. And I think we've all have seen that game, you know, piece by piece. That was a big game for Jerry. He had a big part of that. And Yaz, and it came down to me. Lou Piniella was the game because he made those 2 stops.
Sure. Didn't even see the ball.
No, never saw the ball. It was just meant to be.
1-1. He follows that back into the mid. The great news for Red Sox fans is you don't have to fix on that game, you know, because so much good stuff eventually followed.
Right.
And the Red Sox winning 3 World Championships, and that's put so much of the tragic feel of those losses into better perspective, I think. And they're now back in the Red Sox history.
See, for Jerry, he had nothing else to go back on. I was lucky enough to play somewhere else and win it.
Yes.
So that takes it off me. I mean, it's tough to win the World Series. I played 24 years and only won once. You know, with some good clubs along the way, but only one. And that was a weird one too. The earthquake, right? And they almost stopped that thing.
1989.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Remember that vividly. 3-1. That one smacked on the ground to short. Nice flick in there, and he got him on the force play. Nicely done by Machado to force Devers, and Vasquez becomes the runner at first, 1 away.
Well, Machado makes this play look really nonchalant. His momentum goes farther into left field, but just flicks it over to Beckham for the force out. He can't turn it. But it's so hard to watch who's got the ball and who, you know, I don't know who these guys are.
No, they're all socked up.
I know. It's like, wait a minute, who's that just got that? That's Manny.
Bold with a high twisting fly into left center field. Gentry moving in on it. Been carrying it a bit, but he's got it. There are 2 gone. Zue Lin has had a fine day, hasn't he? He's hit the ball hard all 3 times.
Yes, he has. First time up, he smoked that ball to center field. Probably his best bolt. But he got a hard single past Beckham. He couldn't get in front of that. And then he got a breaking ball inside, and he yanked that ball down the line for an easy double. RBI. 2 for 2, 2 for 3 on the day. Could have had 3 hits if the wind wasn't blowing in.
Could have had a home run.
Yeah.
To the deepest part of Fenway. You don't look at Zue Lin and say, oh yeah, he'll hit it 430. Well, that was some shot that was caught eventually by Santander, the right fielder. I think he bailed out his center fielder on that.
Boy, when this kid came up last year, he came out of nowhere. I didn't know who this guy was. Had only played Double-A ball, or did he come straight from Double-A? I forgot.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did. But they knew he was a good defensive player, but we've seen him swing the bat very well.
He held his own last year, defensively in particular. At 302 at Portland last year, 268 with the Red Sox. Did spend 35 games with the Paw Sox. He'll take one down into the dirt. And he did jump right from Double-A to the big leagues.
Oh, I thought so.
Yep. Jackie Bradley on deck. Zue with a ground ball to Beckham. He'll scoop it up and get him at first base to retire the side. We're going to the 9th. Red Sox 3-1.
Boston has
Red Sox home run. You can register your Speedy Rewards Club right now and purchase 6 eligible beverages. You'll qualify to choose some great rewards. Well, the Red Sox are 3 outs away from a 13-2 start. A sensational start to the 2018 season. Craig Kimbrell assigned to lock this one up. Picked up his 4th save of the year Thursday night against the Yankees. He's allowed no runs in 6 appearances this year, with 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. First man in against him will be Adam Jones. He's gone 0 for 3. And a strike to get the 9th inning underway.
Looks pretty fresh there. 95, clean.
Chris Sale went 5. The bullpen has been superb. They've shut out the Orioles. Line drive toward the alley. On the move, Jackie Bradley. He will get there to make the catch. He makes it look easy covering the ground for the first out. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Your New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. The great folks at Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Pedro Alvarez will get in now as pinch hitter. A hit for Valencia, who went 0 for 2.
Boy, he had a long home run yesterday.
His 2nd of the year. He tried to hold up, but that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1.
All geared up for that fastball. Got a breaking ball.
A raw, cold, bitter day at Fenway. I think a good many folks believe this game was not going to be played. But the Red Sox and the Orioles have played it, and the Sox are 2 outs away from another win.
This is the bomb that he hit yesterday off of Velazquez. High fastball that carried out of here over the 420. Hit that ball really good.
And a 1-1. Again, he attempted to check, and this time he did.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. 3 breaking balls. He's thrown 5 pitches, 4 breaking balls. He's sneaking up on 300 saves is what's happening.
Is 295. That'll be across for a strike. And we mentioned this the other day. This is just ridiculous. A 91% career conversion rate.
That's the best, right?
It is. It's the highest of all time for any closer with 250 or more opportunities. More than Mariano Rivera. Higher conversion rate at the moment. Tied him up in.
He's on his way, barring injury, to save 600 games, just like those. It's like Mariano and Trevor Hoffman.
He's posted 7 consecutive years of 30 or more saves. Last year he was essentially unhittable.
You know, they talk about Kenley Jansen being the #1 guy. I think they both won the awards for each league, but my vote went on for him to be the best in the business last year.
Yep.
And that's saying something with that Jansen.
Jansen's the best in the National League.
Yeah. Gotten off to a bad start this year. Jansen giving up a couple home runs early.
Kimbrell looking for the punch out on the 3-2. Pretty pesky at bat here by Pedro Alvarez, who's hitting .304. Some very good years over in the National League with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Davis on deck. Red Sox had 3-1 in the ninth. And Kimbrel with a payoff pitch. And it is in there. Strike 3. Caught him looking. 2 down. Here's our game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Bundy went 5 2/3. Red Sox got him for 3 runs. Sale 5 innings, 8 Ks. Benintendi 3 for 4. Moreland 3 for 4. So the Red Sox powering through the chill on this Sunday afternoon, on the verge of their 13th win, only 2 defeats. Davis has already whiffed twice and grounded out. 0 for 3. Tony La Russa alongside Dave Dombrowski. They've been thrilled by the results. Red Sox with the best record in the game, and that's down low, and the count moves to 2-0. Kimbrel trying to get everybody inside and get warm. A victory will help warm it up. That's in there, a called strike at 96.
You know, that ball looked like it's going to be low, and it just sort of leaps in there. Just you can't help but think it rises a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, he gets all sorts of movement. 2-1 to Davis. All even now.
Red Sox looking for the last out. Looking for a punch out. Would make 14 strikeouts of the Orioles today.
Got him. Nobody hotter than the Boston Red Sox. 13-2 as Kimbrel seals it with a strikeout, and the Red Sox beat the Orioles 3-1. TC, they can go for the sweep if tomorrow is indeed played.